If you're still awake, you're exactly where you're meant to be. Welcome to Mind-Bending Mysteries. My name is Tammy, and before we move into tonight's case, we have to address the reality of the situation. This is a disclaimer. We are discussing the active high-priority disappearance of a young man named Sandarsh Krishna. The details provided are based on the latest updates from the National Park Service and official law enforcement services as of May 2026. This video is intended to raise awareness and provide a deeper look at the facts. If you have any information, please contact the Grand Canyon National Park line. Now tonight, we're looking at a mystery that has gripped everyone who spends their late night searching for the truth. It's happening right now at the Grand Canyon, a place that is as beautiful as it is terrifying. And on April 28th, 2026, 26-year-old Sandarsh Krishna vanished. But this isn't just about a man lost in the woods. This is about a backpack, a mysterious stranger, and a window of time that simply doesn't add up. Now, to understand why this is so haunting, you have to understand the scale. The Grand Canyon is over a mile deep and stretches for nearly 300 miles. It's a place where the earth literally opens up, and Sandarsh was last seen on the Rim Trail. This isn't a hidden, dangerous path for experts. It's a paved, popular walkway where thousands of people take photos every single day. Now, Sandarsh arrived there alone. He didn't have a car. He likely took a taxi or a shuttle. He was wearing a blue hoodie and black shorts. He wasn't dressed for a survival situation. He was dressed for a walk on a sunny afternoon. But by the time the sun went down, Sandarsh was gone. And that night, the temperature at the rim plummeted to 18 degrees Fahrenheit. And in that kind of cold, without shelter or gear, the clock starts ticking immediately. This is where the story gets deeply unsettling. At 7 a.m. the following morning, just as the sun is coming up, a man walked into the Bright Angel Lodge. He didn't look like a person in a panic. He walked up to the staff, handed over a black backpack, and told them that he had found it. Then he turned around and walked right back out into the morning air. That was Sandarsh's bag, and inside were his personal belongings. This good Samaritan didn't leave a name. He didn't leave a phone number, and to this day, the National Park Service is searching for this man, not as a suspect, but as the only person who knows exactly where that bag was sitting. Think about it. If the bag was placed neatly on a bench, it tells us one thing. If it was abandoned near a ledge, it tells us something much darker. The fact that he didn't stay to help, that's the detail the internet is currently trying to solve. Now, for those who don't know, this case is being discussed in the same breath as Missing 411, a term for people who vanish in national parks under bizarre circumstances. Now, we're talking about people who disappear in high traffic areas, often right under the noses of other hikers. There are parts of the canyon, though, where the geography itself seems to play tricks on you. They call them dead zones, where sound doesn't travel and the air is so thin it feels like it's swallowing you whole. How does a man vanish from a paved trail, and how does his backpack make it back to a lodge before the search teams even begin? It's a puzzle with pieces that don't fit. And as we wait for news, we have to remember that these aren't just cases. They're lives, and it's easy to get lost in the theories and the what-ifs, but the truth is often much quieter than the noise on the internet. The lesson here is one of awareness. We live in a world that feels very small and very connected because of our phones, but the moment you step off that paved path, you're in a world that doesn't care about your technology. It's a reminder to respect the wild, to look out for one another, and to understand that some things in this life are simply beyond our control. Now, we search for Sandarsh, and we search for the truth, but we have to do it with our feet on the ground, because mystery without discipline becomes misinformation. And we keep our hearts open for his family, but we keep our minds sharp. From my coast to yours, have a wonderful night.